type of
Like
stuff.
to share it, subscribe,
Mhm.
tell your friends, tell your aunt, show your dog, everyone. It's coming home.
Yes, people, welcome back to Weird and Wonderful, and it is a bit of a different vibe. It is the off season. The Premier League is done. Europe is done. We're now in
I
international mode. Ishmael, what
I
are we
see you.
saying?
I'm good, bro. I see you were conveniently hiding after that Europa League game. Man's got his England shirt on. The
Don't
United
watch
shirt's
that,
probably
man. Don't watch that. Don't
tucked
watch
away
that.
somewhere.
Don't worry. That's ready for
Oh,
that's ready for
wait.
pre-season. What are you saying, Ishmael?
But
What are you
anyway,
saying?
we'll come back to that. We'll come back. This is England business right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming home, but is this coming home, bro? This for these next 2 months. Me and you are gonna be like 100% same page for the first time. Well, it happens once every 2 years. This is one of them times. I don't know about you, man. I'm buzzing. I'm gassed. Gas mode has fully been activated. Uh, we're gonna do it. I just have a
You know
feeling
what?
we're gonna
Yeah,
do it.
for me, yeah, I'm. Look, we're not kids anymore. We've been here before, right? From when we got
Bro,
from when
listen.
Ronaldinho embarrassed me in front of
I was just gonna say it's
I
World Cup
realized there's
2002.
no um,
I went into
to
primary school
quote
early in the morning, had my honey on toast.
us.
For what? For nothing. For nothing. For nothing. For nothing.
But when Owen put us 1-0 up as well, I was getting gas, and then what? Lamar. That was Lamar days as well, fam. There ain't no justice in the world, fam. There weren't no justice.
50
There
seconds.
weren't no justice, bro.
Oh, that's peak.
But
Since
look,
then,
it's
it's just been
2021, fam.
downhill.
It's what 19 years later. 19 years later, we're here. We're here, still
Listen,
believing, still following the England, the Three Lions.
I always thought to myself, would Liverpool win the league before England won a trophy? And I was like, I never actually knew which one was going to come first. Honestly, at some point, I thought we were going to come first. 28, that's how peak is in 2018. Honestly, when man like Trips put that free kick in top bins, I was like, this is it. It's happening. It's got to be happening. Today is the day it has to happen. Obviously, what happened happened. We didn't secure the thing back then, but new set of players, new hope, and going forward, at least we're as good as anyone. We're as good as anyone in the tournament. We can give anyone problems. Like, I'm confident. Watching me get a flipping 0-0 tonight against Austria, that's all going to change. But for now, as it stands, man, England can
Bro,
do
it's weird.
it too.
In these games recently, they've like England just been just getting their business done. Like we've just all the way through the qualifiers.
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
McLaren settings right now. Like we're just doing our thing.
No,
There's
no,
no
no, no.
Wally in the Brolly today. Like um, we're just doing our business in it. We're comfortably dispatching teams, and like it bodes well for the Euros. But we've seen this before, man. We've won all our games in like what? When was that? What was that Euros? Remember that Euros? We won all our games. I think it was France, and we got
Stop.
hand
Yeah,
got our
yeah,
hands
yeah, yeah.
across. But
Thing
that
is,
doesn't
though,
mean
yeah,
anything. It don't mean anything. But these games they're never 0-0. They're always like 6-2 or like 5-1.
we've got too many. That's because we've got too many techie players now. We're not flipping messing about with Stuart Downing, Aaron Lennon. I know like Aaron Lennon and them lot, they were decent, but like compared to what we've got now, these men are different gravy. They've got tech, they've got sauce. We've never had players, or we always had a dearth in players who've got actual genuine flair. See how you're clamoring after Joe Cole when he was like bursting onto the scene. He was the only one we had who had like a bit of sauce. Now we've got hella man now, man. Listen, brother, I don't know if you can tell, but I think we can actually do it. I actually think we've got a chance. I actually think
No,
we've got a chance.
I'm tempering my expectations a little bit just because I've a bit like I said before, we've been here before.
Bro, when I saw
But
the
you know
Jack
what
Grealish,
happens?
when I saw the Jack Grealish number 7 yesterday, I said, inject it into my veins, get it into my veins. He's gonna turn up, man. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I just believe. I
Bro,
believe. I can see I'm
I'm
starting to turn you
hopeful.
as
I'm
well.
hopeful, fam. Like
Oh,
the thing is, yeah, I'm not gonna know what's going on until that first game, until I know like
yeah,
what
it's tough,
we're
tough,
actually
tough
up for
first game as
this.
well.
We're
Tough,
actually
tough
up for
first game.
this. We're about this life. Then yeah, we'll dispatch Croatia. But do you know what? Like if we go into it with this five with the five that's still looming. That's still looming heavy over England's hopes for this summer. For me, is like if we're gonna be a
The
team
formation.
that can be multifunctional. That's not a bad thing. I'm not angry about that. But
Mm.
like I said, like you said at the start of this, like our strength lies in attack. if we can't
And
find a
attack,
way of
we shout,
getting
bro.
our best players, and that's our wingers for me, and our central attacking midfielders. I want to see 4-2-3-1 in it, so that's what I hope for. But obviously, I understand that there's going to be times, but there's a time and a place for 5 at the back, and that hopefully will
My thing is,
come
yeah,
later on in the tournament.
my thing is, yeah, as the saying goes, yeah, you can't be wrong and strong. If Gareth does whatever he does and it doesn't work, I don't want to see him just stick to his guns throughout the whole tournament. The football's dead. We're stumbling past Scotland. We're stumbling past Czech Republic. Croatia give us a slapping. Like, I don't want to see then we're still playing 5 at the back or whatever it is, and it's not working. I just want to see him being adaptable and being willing to change in it. That's what the best coaches do. But let me just quickly ask you in it before we because obviously we go straight into the live stream after as well. But let me just ask you quickly: out of the squad selected, who wasn't included that you think they got done dirty or they should have had a chance of being in the squad, and and also I guess the flip side of that is who's in the squad that you think is there really any need for you in there? I know we've got about 19 right backs, got quite a few not hold midfielders, but like just kind of functional midfielders. But so where do you stand on that, man? What are you saying?
I'll answer your second question first. I think there's a couple of players that shouldn't have been in the squad.
Yeah, because there's a couple of names floating around the group chat last couple of days, but
for me, I don't think Conor Cody. I don't know what he's done this season to deserve a spot in the
basic baller, bro.
I don't know what he's done, especially if we're taking four right backs with like the understanding that Shaw can fill in at the centre back in a 5. Walker can as well. James can. If we're in that knowledge, I don't know. I'm not sure why we took Cody. I'd rather see I think there's a couple other players. I think
Tomori, bro. We were just talking about
Tomori at AC Milan's had a great season.
And he's not playing with no like dud ballers as well. Like flipping one of the greatest defenders of all time is like he's under his tutelage. Like that doesn't get any better than that. Like he's the real deal.
I think that speaks to the sort of the lack of quality we have in the centre back positions. But no, look, I think Cody, shouldn't be in the squad. It's not a great sign where
he shouldn't even be touching the 33 man. He's like nowhere near it. For me, anyway.
Calvin Phillips is another. I'm not sure he's had I know he had a great season last year to get Leeds into the Premier League. He's been unlucky with injuries and Southgate trusted him in a few of the friendlies, and he likes them and he's played them, and obviously he's done well in training. So, but no, I will say about. I want Trent to be able to cover in that midfield spot. So I wouldn't be angry if Phillips didn't make it into the squad. And for example, like we got a James Maddison or a Jesse Lingard in there. That's what I would have liked to
for me.
See.
Yeah, Madders kind of fucked it for himself. Well, like, he got injured. That was unlucky, but
the injury.
He was doing up a couple mad things outside of off the pitch as well. You saw how long it took Grealish to get into the squad after he was doing up foolishness. Like for Maddison, it's slightly self-inflicted. Like I can't really. I don't think we're going to miss him too much. Like we got players in the squad who can do what he does. He's a quality player, but would he really touch the pitch if he got picked? I don't think so.
I think he'll make the World Cup squad.
You reckon? For me, he's always his thing is he's not as adaptable as the other players who play in his sort of position. Like you got Mason Mount who can play 3-4 positions very comfortably. Grealish can play a couple positions comfortably. Foden can play a couple positions comfortably.
He can play 6, 8. He can't play 6. I'd say play 8 and 10. And he can play off the left.
Can you trust Maddison defensively to play the 8? Brendan Rodgers doesn't seem to normally. He normally plays him as like an out and out 8. He's been played off the left as well, but then you got like, is he better than Foden? Is he better than Grealish?
Nah,
not for me. Like it's like he's quality, but where does he get in? It's the same sort of thing as I know this is going to trigger you, but for me it's the same sort of thing as Wan-Bissaka. Like he is, but his quality. He's quality. He's hard done by not to be in the squad, but ultimately,
I'd have liked to see him playing that right centre back. I reckon he plays centre back, right of a centre back in a 3, better than Walker, better than James. I reckon he fills in that position better. I reckon he's strong. He's tall. He's fast.
Listen,
Like,
I know you think I always
cuts a
send
lot
for
of
him.
gaps.
I know you think I always send for him, but if you're the right side centre back, you need to be able to bring the ball out, man. You need to be able to bring the ball back. That compilation.
No, not if we're playing with Stones and Maguire. You don't need him to bring the ball like that at all.
But he needs
I
to be
want him to play
comfortable. He needs to be
limited.
comfortable.
Play him limited. Play to his strengths, bro. Play to his strengths.
You just want him running and tackling. That's
I
all
want
you
him
want him to be doing.
last man. I want last man. I want him last man. There's no one in this world.
do the NFL
trust.
thing. Just bring him on for defense.
I'm telling you, there's no one I trust in a defensive position,
Oh,
1-on-1, more than Aaron, fam. No one more. And I'd rather have him there. I play
Really?
him deepest. I play him sweeper, fam. If you're gonna play like that.
thing is though, with
mean-
Wan-Bissaka, he is a great one-on-one defender, but do you not think a lot of the time he's making these last-ditch tackles because he's out of position in the first place, or like he's not defensively where he should be? Like, why is it always him? Why does he always seem to be the one stretching to get the last-ditch tackle? Like, is he reading the game well enough? That's just a question I'm posing to you as someone who watches United more than anything. I'm just asking you, brother. I'm just asking you.
Yeah. Fair. You're seeing it from a completely different position. Like, yeah, okay, you can say why does he always? But then he's a defender, fam. Defenders have like he lets people go past him because he knows he's gonna tackle them.
So it's a bit of a dodgy tackle. Look at compare him to someone like.
He's weirdly confident to just sliding into like it's weird. We have to accept that, like, in the same instance where it's like Nemanja Vidic, for example, or like the sticks in Nemanja Vidic is comfortable with the ball in the air, fam. He like if someone
you better start putting Nat Phillips into them conversations as well with Nemanja Vidic in terms of aerial presence. Like.
All right, okay. Well, let's do an episode on Nemanja Vidic versus Nat Phillips. We can do a little debate. Go on, write that one down.
He's bagged Liam Gallagher's daughter. Absolute madness. Nat Phillips, real G out here. Real G out here.
Money talks.
I said maybe, yes.
But what about you? Was there any players
Squad?
I think I would have liked to see Mason.
You know what?
But obviously he's got injuries, but that doesn't seem.
We need to open dialogue on this Mason thing. How has he been alright playing the whole? First of all, how has he been alright playing this whole season with this mysterious injury? Then as soon as the Euro under-21 start, he's injured. He can't play. Comes back, plays the rest of the season. Then again, Euro 2020 comes around. He's injured again. He needs to have. Was it surgery or treatment, whatever it is? That sounds a bit off key to me. And Rashford, he's been injured for like the last, I don't know how long, is in the squad.
I don't think Mason needs surgery.
Seems like a bit of a myth.
I think he needs rehab, but look, I think that's the United move, man. To be honest, I think that's the United move.
Also,
I'm not angry about it. I'm not angry about it.
United announced it. I think it's a bit.
I'm not angry about it at all,
to
be honest. I think if Mason is carrying an injury, let's be selfish. Let's bring him back because I don't think first of all Gareth appreciates him the way he should. That's just me being honest. Like in the same way, like he didn't support Trent when he went for a bit of bad form. He didn't support Mason, and I don't rate Southgate for that. I don't think it shows good management. I think he's shown loyalty to players that potentially like, okay, look, Jesse deserved it, but he showed loyalty at a time when Jesse wasn't necessarily the one. I don't think he should have been. I think he was quite fortunate, let's just say. But obviously Jesse's gone
to get in the picture. No,
but when he got called up, it was like 3 or 4 games he'd shown.
It was quite early on. Yeah. I think he got like 4. I think he got like 4 and 4.
I'm happy for Jesse.
I hear that.
He
was lucky at the time. He was lucky at the time because I think like Sancho, Sterling, Bayern were injured. Grealish was injured too. Yeah, but I think he's shown loyalty to players in the past, Southgate. But I think for me, there's a couple of players. Call me biased, yeah. I think Wan-Bissaka deserved a bit of an arm. I think he deserves a conversation. He deserves Southgate to come out. Man didn't even mention it. Man's name didn't even get mentioned once.
And it's weird. It's weird the fact that he came. Look, he had a decent season. He deserves to be in the conversation.
Listen, for his own good. Yeah, for his own good. Yeah. We're going to talk about the final. You stop yourself.
By the time, look, I'm saying like if you compare him to Reece James, for example, obviously he won different fortunes in the finals for Man United and Chelsea.
Different finals as well, man. Different finals.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, if it boiled down to just that, then you could be like, all right, fair. But I think it was something underlying before. But if you compare the seasons that Reece James and Wan-Bissaka have had, I don't know. I think
No, I
I
hear
think
that. I hear
it's
that. I hear that. I hear that. I hear
I think
that.
it's harsh. I think it's harsh, but yeah, that's it. Anyway,
All right, the game's about to start. The game's about to start in 5.
yeah. But
Should we?
yeah,
Should we?
so what about you then? You haven't given your opinion. What do you think of
What
like
players?
anyone who
You know
made it
what?
who shouldn't, or anyone who did it who should have?
I'm more happy about the people that didn't go who I thought might go. Ollie Watkins. Like I wasn't really trying to see him in the squad. I think
Yeah,
as
I'm
I
happy
think
DCL made it over him, to be honest.
DCL's been in pretty patchy form. Like, I think he got like 13 in the first 16 games, something like that, and then just fell off a cliff. But for England, he's got a good record. I think he's already got 4 goals and 7 or something. And to bring someone off the bench. Listen, you can look at it 2 ways. You could say Southgate bottled it by just like he had a difficult decision. He's like, "No, fuck it, I'm just going to take all of them." But the way he explained it is how I was saying it the whole time. I was like, "Just take your best players. You sort it out when you get there. Just take your best players. You've got players who can play in multiple positions. There's not really like we're not short. We're not going to be short in any areas. You'd think." So for me, I think you made the right choice, man. I think you made the right choice. You can move things around.
Yeah, for sure. I'm hoping Trent gets some time in midfield. I'm hoping. So
I thought we might see it. We might see it tonight. If we see it, I think for me, I want to see it. I think we've got 2 friendlies now for the Croatia game. I want to see it for at least half an hour in one of the games. Just try the thing, see if it works.
Well, I hope that's the reason. I hope that's his thinking. I hope he's been sly. I hope he's been sly about it, Southgate. I hope that's what he's.
Well, he touched on it. He mentioned it when he named the 33-man squad. He was like, Trent can play here, Reece James can play here. That'd be good kind of thing. You know what? Now he's named the squad. For me, it's no more Southgate. It's no more this. I'm just backing. I'm just going to back the team, see what happens.
That's it, man. We've got to back the boys because we've got an exciting summer, hopefully, in store for the Three Lions. But yeah, man, guys, that's been our squad reaction. We didn't need to.
Just wait. Watch one more thing. It's coming home.
You know, I wore this shirt the other day, and I had that about 4 or 5 different times. So hopefully the nation gets behind England. Hopefully we've got something to get behind.
Come on, man,
guys, thank you for joining us. It's been weird and wonderful. Ishmael, what should the people be doing right now? Like and subscribe, all that good stuff.
Like, share it, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your aunt, show your dog, everyone. It's coming home.